Hello and welcome to the Hypnosis Academy. Today I'm talking about entities and attachments and stuff like that. And I'm going to give you my opinion on that. Spoiler alert, it may not be what you want to hear. I'll tell you all about it on the other side. So these days, lately, I've been asked a lot of times in my therapy work, do I work with entities and do I work with attachments and getting rid of attachments? And my quick answer is, no, not really. Not my thing, not my bag. Okay? But I thought I would just expand on that a little bit. First of all, I think there's quite a fashion at the moment of people using hypnosis to get rid of entities and to get rid of parasites and stuff like that. You know, the psychic parasites and stuff like that. That's fine. Absolutely. It's not what I'm here to do. That's not my role. Absolutely, I know that. So it isn't something I've looked at. But I have in the past worked with people that I suppose if you were to take a step back, you would say, oh, I think they might be like possessed by something, or they might have some kind of entity. Okay, and I've worked with them. However, I've never worked with them on the premise of an entity or a psychic parasite or something like that. Never. Why? Well, because first of all, I don't think that's a great affirmation. Yeah. For years and years and years and years and years and years, the women that used to do that kind of work, and sometimes men as well, and here in Spain, men, they talk about having the evil eye on you. You've got the evil eye. Somebody's put the evil eye on you. So things go badly for you. Nothing works out. Okay. It's been used a lot. And then what they would do is they would take the evil eye off you. So they always told you that you had the evil eye on you. And then they would get you to pay and they would take the evil eye off you. Okay? Is it true or not? I don't know. In this world in which we live, I have no idea what the truth is. But I think that as we speak things and as we start to talk about things, we start to create things. Right? We see this all of the time. This is what hypnosis is. It's offering suggestion about the possibility of something. That's what we do. That's what good hypnotherapists do. Offer people suggestions about possible scenarios. And if you do it nicely, that person takes that suggestion on and suddenly that possible scenario becomes reality. That's what hypnosis is. Okay? And it can be used for good and it can be used for bad. And it can be used badly. Neither for good nor bad, just used badly. The badly is offering somebody something that they perhaps haven't thought about and getting them to believe in it, even if you think that you're helping them. Because remember that we have what's called the psychosomatic manifestation, which is you take on board what you believe. Do I believe in negative entities? Yeah, I do. Do I believe that they can attach themselves to people? Yes, I do. However, am I scared of working with entities, or am I scared that people might bring entities to me? No, not at all. Never ever think about it. Never think about it. Why? Because whenever I work with somebody, I make sure that I am working on the highest possible level ever. So whenever I work with somebody, before I work with them, I invoke my help and my helpers, and I say I'm doing this for the highest good of all concerned. Right? That protects me. I never ever, and I never have had a problem, ever. And I don't anticipate ever having a problem. Now I want you to listen to my words. What am I doing? I'm hypnotizing myself. And I'm telling you that I don't anticipate ever having a problem because I've never had one. Okay? That is as much protection as you need, you know. I believe, personally, that the entities that come in and attach themselves can only do that with your permission. And if you do not permit it, and if you don't, and when I'm talking about thought, if you don't permit that thought, then they find it what they're going to attach to, they can only attach to fear, to negative thought. So that's kind of my belief. Is it true? No, I would never say it was true, but I would say it protects me tremendously. It keeps me right tremendously. So let me tell you about the people I've worked with. I'll give you one example. This is what I do. If I see something like this, somebody says, oh my God, I have this person or this entity that talks to me and it's telling me awful stuff and blah, 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 and it's awful, right? So what I do is I protect myself, of course, and, I make sure that at all times, I never, ever reinforce the belief that it's an entity. Never do. I go, well, I think we need to talk to that part and we need to just find out what's going on. Let's find out. And I say, and let's find out what it wants, because I promise you'll find out that it only wants something good. Right? Now that's a reframe. And I use the word I promise you. Why? Because that's what happens. Right? I promise it because I don't promise it because I'm lying. I promise it because I've seen it over and over again. Yeah, not a lot. I haven't worked with a lot of it. I'm not saying I'm an expert on that. Okay. So what I do is this: I get the person in hypnosis, help the person into hypnosis, and I get the part on a chair, and I talk to the part. This extra bit. And I find out what it wants. Now, often, what you find is that what it wants, the low level, is sometimes horrible. Even this is parts therapy. This is the course that we've just done. I've found people when the part tells them what they want for them, they burst into tears because it's so horrible. I want you dead. Don't be surprised with that. Right? That's a part. I want you dead. I want you to be unhappy. I don't want you ever to be happy in your life. Right? People get really upset. But that's just low level stuff. So the story of if you're being chased by a monster in your dreams, turn around, stop, turn around, don't run, face a monster, look at it in its eyes, throw your arms around it, and it will convert into something beautiful. Right? This metaphor, and it's not a metaphor, it's true. I've done it I've really done it myself, and it's true. This applies to everything in your life. Whatever you were running from will pursue you, because it's a shadow. Whatever you're running from will pursue you, and it will terrify you. Stop running, turn around, face it, and it'll change. So that's what I tell my clients. And then we start, and the part has a very, very low level, horrible outcome. I want you to be ill and sick and blah, blah, blah. And all you do is chunk it up. Chunk it up, question it. Well, what does that get you? If the person's ill and sick, what does that get you? Well, blah, 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 blah. And suddenly you discover that the part actually wants something really good for the person. Once you know that, then that's it. It's changed. Everything's reframed. Yeah. So that is what I would do. I mean, I've never seen, and do you know what? I don't want to see it. I've never seen the work of entity removal with hypnosis, and I don't want to. The reason is not because I don't like it or I don't believe in it. No, it doesn't interest me at all. At all. It's not my thing. My job is to work with people here in 3D and to help them to get better. And I think when somebody's better, they can handle most things. And when they're down, when they're horrible, when they're depressed, when they're awful, all kinds of shit can happen to them. So our job is to help them to get better. Yeah? And just stoking fears, Remember, imagine this. Somebody has an entity and you are an entity remover, and you put them into hypnosis and you remove that entity and they come back out and you say, there you are, you're fine now. Until the next time. Then you have to come and see me again. Okay? that is not empowering your client. That is not empowering your client. We've got to empower our clients. Okay, so they're my thoughts on it. It isn't that it's a bad thing. Listen, everybody's got a place. There's a place for everything and everybody. And if people believe they've got entities, they need somebody who can remove them. No problem. However, there are other ways of doing it without going down that road. And it's the same thing, really, in essence. Yeah. Just a different name. So, there you are. I hope that was of value, and I'll talk to you all soon. I love you all. Bye-bye.